This is the ECOVACS DEEBOT T30S AI robot vacuum and mop, and I've been living with it long enough to have real opinions, both good and frustrating. Key features that sold me were the 11,000 psi suction, the TruEdge Edge Mopping that reaches corners better than most round robots, the ZeroTangle brush that's supposed to keep hair off the roller, and the upgraded OMNI Station that washes the pads with 158-degree Fair hot water, auto-empties the dust, refills water, and dries the mops. On paper, it looks like an almost hands-off cleaning setup, and in some ways, it really is. Setup was straightforward. I connected it over Wi-Fi, paired through Bluetooth, and had it create a map in minutes. If you're new to robot vacuums, mapping just means the bot uses its sensors. Here it's TrueMapping 2.0, basically a laser scanner, to draw a floor plan so it can clean in straight lines and remember rooms. The app lets me label rooms, set no-go zones, and tweak suction or water flow. When it all behaves, it feels modern and simple. From my experience, the suction power is legit. On hard floors, it gobbles up crumbs, dust bunnies, and the random cereal spill without drama. On carpets, it handles surface debris pretty easily. Where it falls short is with heavy fine particles, like sand on hard floors, and really deep dirt in thick carpet. It gets most visible stuff, but if you're expecting it to pull everything out of dense fibers, it's more middle of the road. Noise levels are reasonable, even at higher suction, and the battery life is long enough to cover my space in a single run without rushing. Then it tops off at the dock. The ZeroTangle brush is a highlight for day-to-day mess. With my long hair, I rarely have to cut strands off the roller anymore, which is a relief. In my opinion, that's a big quality of life upgrade. Pet hair is where it gets tricky. With short or medium shedding, it keeps up. With soft, heavy shedding from certain breeds, the pathway between the brush and the dustbin can get packed, which then stops the self-emptying from working properly. I've had days where I needed to pull out a wad from the channel to get it back to normal. It doesn't happen every run, but when it does, it breaks the set it and forget it feeling. Mopping is where this thing flashes its most unique tricks. TruEdge actually extends the right mop pad slightly beyond the body to scrub along edges and into corners, and it does a better job there than most round robots I've used. The twin pads apply real pressure, which helps on dried kitchen spots, and the station washing the pads with hot water before drying them with warm air keeps odors down. That said, there are limits. The mop lifts only a little, which isn't enough for my medium pile rug, so it was getting damp. I ended up marking that area as a no-mop zone. Also, since the robot doesn't use actual detergent, sticky or concentrated spills can smear before they get fully removed. I've seen tiny water droplets left on wood now and then. It's not a deal breaker, but it's worth knowing so you're not surprised. The OMNI Station is the backbone of the experience. It empties the dust after a run, refills the onboard tank, washes the pads with 158-degree drift-through water, and dries them. This is what makes the system feel premium on good days. The emptying cycle isn't the loudest I've heard. The water tanks are easy to pull out, and the front dust bag is simple to swap. The flip side is reliability can wobble. I've had the station claim the bag was full when it wasn't, and I've had a couple of missed self-empty cycles where the robot returned to work with a still full bin. These aren't daily issues, but they're annoying when they pop up. Obstacle avoidance is mixed for me. The T30S recognizes furniture and larger objects with confidence, and it usually navigates around chair legs pretty gracefully. Small stuff like power cords and Lego-sized bits can still trip it up. I keep the floor tidy before a run or set up virtual boundaries where there's cable chaos. If you're a pet owner, I'd be cautious. AI recognition isn't foolproof for tiny or soft obstacles. Over time, firmware updates have improved edge following and general mapping steadiness for me, but I've also had moments where the robot seemed less sure about its location and had to rescan. Now, the software is where my biggest headaches live. The app is packed with options, which I appreciate, but it hasn't always been stable. I've had freezing, a map that worked one day and vanished after an update, and a couple of runs where the robot decided to return to base mid-clean with no obvious reason. Rebuilding a carefully labeled map is the kind of chore this product is supposed to remove from my life, so when it happens, it stings. When the software behaves, the experience is great. When it doesn't, I feel like I'm babysitting hardware that's smarter than its app. Voice control is handy. I can start a quick clean with OK Eco, and it also works with Alexa. I've even triggered a run from the Apple Watch widget and the phone's dynamic island widget when I'm stepping out. The tap to start on the robot is a small convenience that I use more than I expected. It's perfect for homes with mostly hard floors, tidy layouts, and low-pile rugs. If you're meticulous about picking up small objects before a run, you'll be rewarded with consistently clean floors and edges that actually look polished. If your house has a lot of medium or high pile carpet, expect to set up no-mop zones. If your pets shed heavy, soft fur, budget for the occasional manual unclog in the dust channel. I'd recommend this for people who want strong vacuuming on hard floors, edge-focused mopping, and a station that saves time by washing and drying pads. If you enjoy tweaking settings and don't mind the occasional troubleshooting, this machine can be a powerhouse. If you want a totally hands-off system with zero fiddling, the software quirks might test your patience. In my opinion, the DEEBOT T30S AI has next-level hardware ideas paired with software that still needs polishing. When everything clicks, it feels like an effortless cleaning routine. When issues pop up, it reminds me that convenience lives or dies by reliability. I'm keeping it because the good days are really good, and updates have moved it in the right direction, but I'd love to see ECOVACS lock down the mapping and app stability. In conclusion, the T30S AI is a strong cleaner with clever edge mopping and a truly useful station. It shines on hard floors, it's decent on carpets for surface debris, and it makes maintenance easier than most. Just go in, knowing that small obstacles and software reliability are the two areas where you'll need to be proactive. If that trade-off works for you, you'll likely be happy with it. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more practical reviews and drop your questions or your own experience in the comments. Thank you for watching.